maybe a little less. And all of a sudden I hear something you never hear in a small town. But I was used to it in Birmingham. Gunfire. I'm hearing, and I don't mean just like somebody sighting a rifle or just plinking it with a pistol. I mean a shootout, like a drive-by.
Right.
Bang, 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 bang. And my Birmingham roots kicked in, and it's like I started thinking about taking cover.
I was going to say, did you?
And then Mary said,
get down on the ground?
Mary said, is that fireworks? I said, no, I know gunfire. And I said, and then it hit me. Cowboy days. So we went on into town. There were a lot of cowboys. They were doing the shootouts and all that.
That's a big thing for Columbiana.
Oh,
they
it's
do that
huge.
every year.
They blocked off the street. And they had the cowboy parade with all the mules and horses, and they were giving these wonderful rides in these big with mules pulling wagons, and all the shop owners were open. So what we did is we went to Davis Drugstore, which has a great little food counter, and had breakfast. Their breakfast and their hamburgers are amazing. So we ate breakfast at the drugstore, and then we basically just walked around town eating, because they've got two bakeries there in Columbiana. We went to both. They've got a coffee shop with stuff. They've got the name Leaders Coffee. They've got all kind of stuff. We went and saw Kathy Hitt and bought stuff from Kathy at the farm store.
Yeah.
We went to the bird food store and bought bird food and a bird bath.
Got a new bird bath too?
Yeah, and then we had to walk home with our hands full of stuff and our bellies full of cake and goodies and cookies.
Awesome.
It was a good Saturday. We stayed all day in town.
I told Jeff the other night, hubby, we had to, so his former in-laws live about 5 houses down from us. And we were having the Grand's birthday party up there. So we just walked. It wasn't that far. And it was a little bit cool that night.
Yeah.
When we left
Especially
to go
when you
out.
started out.
Yeah.
Was it cold when you went home?
Well, when we came back, it was still just kind of cool. And we were walking down the hills, kind of an incline. I said, this is what we need to be doing every night.
Walking, yep.
We need to be walking. I said, I like to do that. I enjoy walking. I can speed walk, and I'm okay doing that. But, just... And I don't mean just a stroll either, but I mean have purpose to the walk.
Yeah, oomph to it.
But because it is so nice. And look, all week, the rest of the week, it's going to be in the high 70s, low 80s.
And
people.
A week from today,
What?
we'll be in daylight savings time.
Are you serious?
This coming Sunday is when we change clocks. I'm pretty sure.
Really?
Daylight savings time, I think, goes back into effect next Sunday, 2 a.m. So
I'm
next
down
Monday,
for
we
it.
will be in daylight savings.
And I'll be ready for that. Look, I have to admit, I love fall. I love the fall weather
but I
and
don't
things like that.
the time change. And I like it being
struggle.
light later. I love having light later in the. I don't mind getting up in the dark, and I don't mind driving in the morning if it's dark. Of course, in the summer, it's light long anytime. So next Monday, we'll actually, now when we get here, it's daylight, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's going to be dark, an hour darker than that. But I don't care.
Yeah.
I love getting, in the afternoon, having a later afternoon. I love just being able to, when I worked, it was nice to be able to go home and still be able to go out in the yard and piddle around or, whatever, do stuff till light. In the middle of summer, we'll end up having daylight till 9 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And here's the thing. When it's dark, when I get home, it's already, if I leave here, let's say if I leave here 3:30, 4 o'clock, by the time I get home, it's
dark.
already dark.
Right.
And so what do you think I want to do when I get home?
I want to do
Nothing.
something. Oh, well, not when it's dark.
Not when it's
Yeah, when it's
dark.
dark, you just want to go in and
Get
eat
my
and
jammies
go
on.
watch TV.
Now, with it being lighter later, I'll get out and I'll piddle in the yard. I'll sit outside a little.
Last night, I actually, since it's already getting a little better, and it was Sunday, I went out and put 2 birdhouses out for Mary, bluebird houses. So we got 2 new bluebird houses. It's just fun to get out and do these little projects and stuff in the evening like that.
Yeah. All right, it is 7:22. We're going to thank our morning show sponsors real quick, and then we're going to take a break. We got a guest coming in. We've got Ezekiel Morgan. He is with Central Alabama Wellness. He is their PR coordinator, and they're going to talk about a career fair that they have coming up. Good morning to Martha. Good morning, TNT Peanuts. Thank you to Chilton Mobile Home Supply, Central Alabama Wellness, Coca-Cola. I actually have the cherry floats in the freezer getting good and cold, but we're going to start off with these. All right.
Oh, you got some
ready?
more of the cherry Coke floats?
Yeah, one for you and one for me. You ready? 1, 2, 3.
Excellent.
We're getting right on it.
Yeah, we're getting good at this. We're like a pit stop for Formula One.
That's the first thing I've had to drink all morning. Woo! I love it. Thank you to our Chilton Chamber of Commerce, Larry Puckett Chevrolet, Putter up in Pelham, Woods Surfside Marina. They had their big boat show that they were one of the sponsors of this past weekend at Shops at Grand River, and from what I could tell, it looked like a pretty big event.
I'll bet. Springtime coming up, people want to get on the water.
Market 22, formerly Bees Market. Well, this week, that place is going to be crazy big because, look, it's going to be getting a little bit darker
people
later.
People are going to be grilling
out. Think we're not. This and that vinyl and work out anytime. Thank you so much for making this show possible.
Thank you.
We also have some events coming up. We'll talk about that when we come back. So we're going to go ahead and take a break. We're going to get our guests set up in here. Again, Ezekiel Morgan with Central Alabama Wellness.
I've read
and then
his
we
book
got
in the Bible.
Lots of stuff to talk about in the headlines. So we'll do that when we come back. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studios. We'll be right back. Experience the charm of Maplesville. From friendly faces to family-friendly events, scenic parks, and local shops, our town is where community and tradition thrive. Visit Maplesville today, where you're always welcome.
Traditions come and go, but excellent service and compassionate care are benchmarks in any era. That's what Ellison Memorial Funeral Home is committed to providing you. Whether through the pre-arrangement process or seeking services at your time of loss, Ellison Memorial offers a noticeable level of care and attention to detail. Others do not. So before making a decision based on yesterday's traditions, experience the Ellison difference when it comes to your loved one's final arrangements. You'll be glad you did. Call us today at 205-280-4600. Ellison Memorial Funeral Home, setting the new standard in local funeral service excellence. We are always here when you need us.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
Friday night lights, the crowd's all here.
back. The time is 7:27. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill here with you, and we have our guest, Mr. Ezekiel Morgan. He is the new PR coordinator for Central Alabama Wellness. Good morning, Ezekiel.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for coming on with us. I just look. He's got the look. He said he was an aspiring TV host, and he's got it down already.
And he makes me
I'm
look bad. I
loving
need
it.
to go get a. You have a
I
spare
did
jacket
not get the
sitting
memo
around
this morning.
anywhere or something? Of course he does. That he didn't pay anything for. Ezekiel, it's nice to have you on with us.
Yeah, thank you so
You're
much
the only
for coming.
Ezekiel I actually know.
I know. I've never met
know.
anybody
That's a
named
great name.
Ezekiel.
It's the first one I've met.
Matter of fact, you met yourself first.
Absolutely.
I love it.
Ezekiel, before we dive into Central Alabama Wellness and what you all have going on, tell us a little bit about yourself. I mean, you had a little bit of interesting background you were just telling us about. So talk about that. Let the folks know who you are and what you're about.
Absolutely. Well, in the community of Birmingham, I'm an advocate of mental health. So I go out into the communities and I advocate for substance abuse, mental health, mental illness, whatever is the need. You know, I'm out there and just really trying to meet the needs of the people and meet the needs of the community. And it's an opportunity to give back at the end of the day. So,
And it's a real need too, because as you know, Ezekiel, a lot of people are embarrassed, or people don't really assess mental problems or mental issues, mental health issues, because they're embarrassed about it, or they don't know they've got it. And it's a need, because people don't. It's a scary thing for a lot of folks, both the people who have it and those who are dealing with people.
I completely agree. And it's okay to not be okay.
Yeah.
You know, and to actually face that and to,
The
to
thing
share
is,
that.
if you've got a problem, the best thing to do is to work on making it better, right?
Absolutely.
And
I
the
completely
thing
agree.
that about mental illness too, no one is immune from it. No one. I mean, you see it every day in the news. You see people, actors, actresses, artists of all kind that struggle with mental illness, and they end up taking their lives. And it just goes to show. You may look. You had Robin Williams. You had is it Robert Carradine just recently. Last week. I mean, you see it. You see in the news. You see murder, suicides, and things like that. And it all stems.
It's becoming the norm.
Well, depression is a serious problem. And of course, it also brings in a lot of times drug use, drug abuse, alcohol abuse. So it's a big problem that we need to work on. I think that's great you get out. Because we need more people working on that, or helping people find a solution and find help.
Which is one of the things about Central Alabama Wellness that I love, because they focus on all the things in that realm. So, you know, you struggle with mental illness, but then, you know, that may lead off into, like Bill said, drug abuse or alcohol abuse or whatever else. And so you're not just, you know, one thing. You are multifaceted in the organization, and you have outreach programs or can get people the help they need from different partners that you all have.
Absolutely.
But it takes people like you and Zena. You know, we love us some Zena Cartwell. She is a shining light. I've never met anybody like her. She just glows, and everywhere she goes, it just follows her. And the first time we had her on the show, we were just blown away by her. And, you know, I just know that she surrounds herself with like-minded people. And you need people like that doing what you're doing, because while you're providing a need for everybody, I mean, you also, something that has got to be a passion.
That's true.
For you.
Absolutely.
So, now, how did you end up with Central Alabama Wellness? Because you were telling us you were a PA for a big name around Birmingham area, Miss Sheila Smoot. Okay, so how did you go from that to being at Central Alabama Wellness?
Well, I'm really known in the community of Birmingham of, just like I mentioned, just being around individuals who really care about their community. And being an advocate for so long, I put myself in places because I really care about the community, and I care about the people who may be dealing with any type of situations, right? And I come from a background where I may have dealt with some situations, because everybody has something that they're going through, and something that they're dealing with.
Come to my family reunion.
I know, right?
And so, you know,
Ours too.
being an advocate in the community for so long, I've met a lot of inspiring people along the way and still have those relationships today. And they have inspired me and encouraged me along the way and allowed me to really build my own brand and to build my own opportunities where I'm able to really give back. And one of the passions of mine for so long was to work for a nonprofit organization.
Right.
Very good.
And so I've always been passionate about nonprofits because they are the ones that really do the work.
Right.
And when Central Alabama Wellness came about, it was a great opportunity.
That kind of checked off all your boxes,
Yeah,
That
didn't it?
yeah.
checked out all
All
the
of them,
boxes.
yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And when I interviewed with them, it was an instant relationship. I felt, and I really believe that going into it, knowing what they do, really surprised me. I did not know that Central Alabama had all these services that they had.
Mm-hmm. I
They
didn't
had
either.
a lot of services that they're offering to the community
Well,
of Shelby County and Chilton. And
Ezekiel, tell us some of the.
Yeah, tell us.
That's what we want to know. What all does Central Alabama Wellness do for folks in the community that you want to get the word out about?
Absolutely. So they have services in outreach. They also have services dealing in the area of child abuse, and they have a children's division. They also have IPS, which is an
What is that?
individual placement service, employment services, where individuals that really are trying to get back out in the community and live well and get back on their independence. We have services for those
So that
individuals.
helps people find jobs, places to
Absolutely,
live, whatever they
absolutely.
need to get back in
Whatever
to
they need.
society.
Absolutely. And we have a team of therapists that will help and assist you. We have just a team of individuals that share that same passion.
So if someone's suffering from depression, do y'all have can they reach out to Central Alabama Wellness?
Absolutely.
Because
They
a lot
can
of
reach
people
out to
do
them.
right now.
Absolutely.
What about drug abuse and
We have a
drug and
substance
drinking
abuse.
and stuff?
We have a substance abuse program. Absolutely. So
See, that is so amazing, and that's one of the things about it. I didn't until I met Zena and had her on the show. Didn't really realize what all Central Alabama Wellness did. I mean, and they one of the things that they do now, one of your big campaign is to it starts at home to not. The drinking at home, where it starts at home type of thing. You don't want to encourage that because that later on leads down you want your teenagers. A lot of folks will say, if you're going to drink, I want you to do it at home first, but then that can lead to other behaviors down the road. And so that's kind of one of the big campaigns that Zena came to us with that we've been glad to partner with on that. And, but now today you're here because you have a career fair.
I do.
So let's talk about that. Where's
Let's
it gonna
talk
be?
about
What are we
that.
gonna do?
Absolutely. So it's a great opportunity if anyone has a passion and just a compassionate heart to want to assist other individuals with their day-to-day activities, whether it's medication reminders, taking them to their doctor's appointments, just really assisting them getting back to life. We have some needs for mental health technicians, and that's what they do.
So you need, is this volunteer programs, people that will volunteer to do this, or is it a paid position?
It's a paid position.
Really?
So we need volunteers, but we also need actual hard workers that will work part-time or full-time within our group homes that we do have. And it's just an amazing opportunity to really do the work that you love to do and
So
actually
Ezekiel,
get paid for work.
would this be like people that can assist folks who have handicap needs or elderly or people just having trouble getting, like you said, transportation to the doctor's office? Is that what all this is about?
Absolutely. And then also people that's dealing with individual disabilities as well, intellectual disabilities. It's
very
for
good.
those
Wow.
individuals as well. So it takes a very special kind of person to really have a patience to really deal, in those areas. And because it can be hard, sometimes. And every day is different. So
Right.
But
every day is not the same.
But Ezekiel, the beauty of that is there are people with certain skills that are for that doesn't apply in other jobs. Like they're working jobs where they would rather probably be doing this to help someone than say stocking or or clerking or whatever. So that's
Absolutely.
beautiful.
And the great thing about that is that you don't have to be certified as an MHT.
You don't?
I mean, they have not at all. You can be a high school graduate, and then also, we do welcome individuals that have the experience.
Sure.
But also, we can train. There's job training for that as well.
Boy,
And
right now with people needing work, that's beautiful.
Yeah.
It helps. It's a win-win for everybody.
Absolutely. And the career day is not just for the needs for mental health technicians. We also have probably over 15 positions that are online where they can go and apply and come on out to the job fair, come out to the job
So when is
career
the
day.
job fair?
Yeah, when are we doing this?
It is tomorrow.
Okay.
It is
Tomorrow.
It is.
March
I
the
mean,
3rd.
it is
Good,
March
tomorrow.
the 3rd.
From 9 to 12.
And where is
Okay.
it going to be?
It's going to be at the Central Alabama Wellness Office here.
At the wellness office in
Absolutely.
Clinton.
It's actually going to be in Calera, so it's going to be off of Hamilton Road.
Okay.
So
In Calera.
Which is not far from here.
It's
at all.
not.
That's my home. That's my stretch of the woods
Is that
there.
pretty much all day tomorrow?
it's going to be from 9 to 12.
9 to noon. So you got
9
to
to
get in there
noon.
that morning.
Absolutely.
9 to noon.
Absolutely.
Wow. So if you're looking, if you're watching or listening right now, this is a great opportunity. If not for you, for someone you may know in your family or friend that's talked to you about wanting to do something like this or needs the work. That's beautiful.
Absolutely.
9 to noon tomorrow in Calera.
In Calera.
Where is the office at? I'm not sure familiar with that particular road.
So it's going to be on, I think, 151 Hamilton Lane.
Okay.
And that is going to be in Calera.
Is that in like the old downtown Calera or is it out by the Walmart? Where's
That's close to the downtown area of Calera.
Okay.
Down there,
All right, I know where
close
that
to
is
the City Hall.
Okay. All right.
Okay,
Well, I
very
know where
good.
that is now.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
So
Took me a
follow-
minute.
keep following that
Calera's
road.
so
bearings.
spread out. You don't know if it's over by the Walmart or if it's back in town where the high school is.
Yeah, when I lived in Calera when I was little, you had the downtown area.
Right.
And then everything else was just
Out.
residential. And we didn't have we had Route 1 box 802 or something. We didn't even have street names. That's how you knew. What's your address? Route 1 box. You're like, oh goodness, I don't know where that is.
In Calera.
In Calera, off County Road something. I mean, seriously, everything you had was right there in the downtown Calera, and outside of that was just
Right, woods or
woods
country.
and houses. Yeah.
Yeah, it's amazing.
Okay, so I saw here. I'm just kind of glancing over here, looking at what you got going on. So you have a lot of these, like the client care supervision. What is that? Talk to me about that. I'm here kind of looking at your sheet. I'm cheating.
That's okay. So the client care supervision is almost similar to the MHT, and so they're assisting with medication reminders and assistance with medication. Again, assisting them with transport. So whether they need to go to their doctor's appointments or any type of appointments, you're assisting them with that. And so, of course, you need a valid driver license with a clean driving
Oh, of
history,
course, yeah.
and a clean background.
Do y'all provide the transportation or do they have to use their own vehicles?
We provide the transportation.
Wow.
Really?
Absolutely.
And so, you know,
Absolutely.
with like, for instance, I'm elderly and I have to
In
take
his mind.
medications throughout. I need reminders. So this is for people who have maybe complicated regimes of taking medications. People can help, and they got maybe memory problems, or they just helps them be accountable.
And that is exactly why it takes that special kind of person
Right.
to really fit that need and fit that position.
You don't need a drug Nazi. You need somebody who's kind.
Who's kind? Who's
I
compassionate?
don't want somebody stuffing it down my throat.
Holding
You
them
need to
down.
take your pill,
Lord
dollar
help.
bill.
We would like to invite you to the career day. You seem like a perfect candidate.
There you go. Except I'm the one that can't remember to take one to take their pill. I go up and sit down with them. They go, "What are you here for?" I don't know. I'm just here to visit. Let's both take our pills.
I think he would be a great volunteer.
He would be, for somebody just to go visit and keep him entertained for sure.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Oh,
Yet I
gosh.
need them out of house and home, though.
But with the career day, when you do come out, the great thing about tomorrow is that you get to spend one-on-one with an actual on-site manager.
got it.
Bring your resume, bring your 2 forms of identification, and be prepared to speak with the manager on site.
9 to
Let's
noon
just look.
tomorrow.
Like, right here. That's how you want to go to an interview, okay? Slippers,
Pajamas,
bottoms,
No.
short
That's amazing.
shorts.
I think it's great.
I mean, let's at least make an effort to be
Yeah.
presentable. I get not everybody has,
Right.
you know, but clean, neat appearance. We're not getting up out of bed and coming
And
straight in
coming
there.
straight in there,
No,
no. We're not doing that.
Because this is, you know, even though
Do people
these
do
pos-
that?
Yeah, have you,
Yeah.
Bill?
Shorts,
kidding.
sandals.
I used to always wear a sport coat or coat and tie to go interview for a job.
I helped my friend who owns a staffing company. She said, "Can you come in and help me?" They were open on a Saturday taking applications because they were doing it for a warehouse for Honda, and it was like, "Come on in." They did. They came on in straight up out of the bed.
Wow.
Straight up out of the bed. Last night's clothes.
No,
I can believe that.
not neat and clean and
No,
I can believe
Let me ask you this, Ezekiel: if someone is interested and they can't make it tomorrow 9 to noon, can they still contact you, or can they do this? Can they get information on career day or things later online? Do y'all have any kind of opening for
Absolutely.
that?
So we have our website, our career page on centralalabamawellness.org
Okay.
/careers.
All right, centralalabamawellness.org, O-R-G,
Slash
and then
careers.
/careers.
Absolutely.
Or
Or you
just
can
go
just
to the
send-
website and hunt for it.
Or you can just send me your resume
Really?
to emorgan@centralalabamawellness.org.
Good, because I couldn't spell Ezekiel. It'd have to
Well,
be E. Morgan.
I got autocorrect corrected me. I had the E before the I. It made me change it.
To I today.
Yes, it did. All right, we have been talking with Ezekiel
I before
Morgan.
E, except after
Yeah,
Ezekiel.
With Central Alabama Wellness. They are having a career day tomorrow from 9 until 12 at the Calera location. And they have all the information on their website. You can go to centralalabamawellness.org/career and you get more information on everything. Now, do y'all have some events coming up too? Because normally,
Oh, you have to stay tuned for that.
He's not gonna spill
You have
anything.
a lot of one. But I can say this. We are definitely prepared for the Peach Fest. I'm super excited about that. I've heard about that. And
honey, that is a
I
big
haven't
deal.
been yet. So I'm super, super excited about
That's
that.
and it'll
It
be
is
you'll be
a lot
putting
of
it on
fun.
your website and all that when you get ready to do events. I'm sure you put them out, don't
No,
you?
it'll be on our Facebook page. So a lot of the
She'll be contacting
events.
us, I'm sure,
Yeah.
to have you back on for anything y'all have going on. You know, open platform. Come see us
And
anytime
it's
you want to.
your Facebook page is Central Alabama Wellness.
It's Central Alabama Wellness.
Very
So
good.
easy. Thank you so much, Ezekiel. I
It was a
appreciate
pleasure.
you
Thank
coming
you.
in. We
Again,
appreciate
email
you.
is emore, Moore, or
No,
just
Morgan.
M-O-R.
Poor Bill.
E. Morgan.
Morgan, E. Morgan, M-O-R-G-A-N.
Yes, sir. At Central Alabama Wellness.
CentralAlabamaWellness.com.
All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're going to get to some headlines, say hello to some folks. So y'all stay with us. You've been
Thank you,
listening to Morning
Ezekiel.
Mayhem.
Thank you. I appreciate
here
it.
on
Thank you,
Copper
sir.
Peach Radio. Teresa Dollar Bill and Ezekiel broadcasting live from
Morgan.
the Clanton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
See you at Career Day.
Oh, I love that.
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. please give us a call at 205 755 3550.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family. We are back. The time is 7:48. You're
I'll
listening.
give him my pocket knife. Okay.
You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. We got the cookies out. Gotta
Oh,
say
boy.
good morning to some folks.
Okay.
Look, we got a whole list of folks. Good morning, Josh.
Hello, Josh.
Good morning, Ricky. Again, good morning, Martha.
Great.
Good morning, Melvin, Brandon, Tiger, Gail.
Tiger.
But guess who else is on?
Who?
Good day from the USA, Miss Amanda.
Oh,
Good
our
morning,
Australian.
Amanda. Yes.
Good day. Good day, mate.
Good day. Good day, mate.
Good
From
on
the
you.
USA.
Good on you, mate.
Oh, gosh. God, we
She
need to have
was
her
such a
back.
hoot.
I
And I've
know.
been watching her. You know, her mother had to go home for a
I
while.
know.
I hate that because I loved her mom too. But she's hitting all kind of places. And what's
Mm-hmm.
bad is now she's made me. Now that it's getting longer days and prettier, there's a lot of places I want to go see that she's gone to
Yeah.
that I didn't know about, and I've lived here all my life.
I actually sent her a message about one, and I told her, when you get ready to go to that one, you let me know. I want to go with you. Because I
Really?
know where it is, and I know the food there is.
Really?
And it's called the Greasy Spoon. If you
Where
can
is
look.
it?
It's
Do you remember?
out past Asheville.
Oh.
Called. I forget. I think it starts with an R. Some kind of weird name. It's like a blink long. That's how you go through it and you blink.
Like Reform or someplace
I
like
remember
that?
something way out there like that. It's out in the
That's
middle.
like when
of-
you used to
it
go to
takes
Bug
a
Tussle.
minute to get there.
I used to love to go to Bug Tussle and eat at the
Bug
Bug
Tussle.
Tussle Steakhouse. Yeah. You know, they had
I
the
like
big,
that
huge
name.
steak for like a lot of money.
Yeah,
But if you
like a
ate
lot.
it in an hour,
Oh,
you
that's
got it
right.
free.
Got it for free.
Yeah.
I've never been there. I would love
I
to
saw
go
a
there.
guy do it, and he was sick for 3 days.
I would give it a go.
He
I wouldn't
did.
be able to do it, but I'd give it a go.
His name was
I would.
Jotunheim Schellekens. He was
Oh,
from
he
the
did it, huh?
from the Netherlands, I guess from Denmark. Anyway, his Jotunheim was in America, learning to be a pilot, so he could go work for the airlines in the Netherlands, and he or in Denmark. Anyway, he was about 6'2", but about 110 pounds. I mean,
Soaking wet with clothes
he
on?
was as thin as Ezekiel was. And he did it. He made it, but we took him up there. It was about 5 of us. He was a friend of ours. So we all went up and ate steak, but we got normal steaks. He wanted to win the prize and get his name on the wall and his picture, because if you did it, you got your face on the wall and you got a card, and
Okay. he wanted to be.
because you had to
famous.
eat the whole steak, the potato, the salad, and the roll. You had to do that in like an hour and a half. This steak was this big. So he did it. He was real methodical. He cut the steak up in perfectly little squares. He took about 10 minutes just cutting it up before he ate it.
Oh, dang.
And we thought, well, you're wasting time. But then that way he had it all cut up. He could just sit there and eat steak and whatever. So
That's
he did it.
smart to do it that way.
It was, and he wouldn't drink anything. When he got
you
dry,
get
he'd
cold quicker.
sip just a little something to wet. Anyway, we watched him as he ate it, and the timer was ticking down. And when he got down to the end, he had about 5 little squares of steak left. That was it. But he only had like 5 minutes to eat those 5 little pieces. Well, by the time he got to those 5, he'd already eaten 3 pounds of meat, and the potato.
Struggling.
He would poke a fork in that little piece of steak, and you could see him take it up to his mouth, and he'd be like shaking and just like almost throwing up. He'd be going, and he'd put it in his mouth, and he'd close his eyes, and he'd start chewing it, and you could tell he was almost
Doing
sick. And he would chew it, and then he'd swallow it, and he'd go, yeah. And and the timer was going down. Everybody in the restaurant came over and was watching him, and he got that last one, and everybody was going, eat it, do it, and he had like 40 seconds,
sweating.
had a minute left, and he got it in, and we all backed up. Like I was sitting with him,
I'm
like
about to back up.
I was sitting with him like this, while we were eating. By the time he started that, I was moving away. So he swallowed it, and I think it came back to visit, and he swallowed it again, and it came back to visit, and he swallowed it, and the guy went, time, and he had done it. So he finished, and they took his picture, and they put it on the wall, and there were only like 15, this was hundreds of people apparently had tried it, or 100, and like only 8 people achieved it. So he was all proud, and then it hit him. And so we took him out. We almost had to carry him out. We were in a van. And he laid in the back of the van, and it was about an hour and 10-minute drive from Bug Tussle back to where we were going, back in town, Birmingham. He was in the back going, oh.
Did he get sick finally?
No.
He never did?
He never did.
Well, that's good.
But he was supposed to have a flight lesson the next day and some study, because he was in school. He couldn't go for 2 days. He had the meat sweats for 2 days. He couldn't do anything but lay in the bed and go to the bathroom and lay in the bed.
Bless him. But he was famous for
He
a
did
little
it.
bit.
He was famous. Jonathan Schellekens.
All right, we had some baseball this past weekend.
Yeah.
It was Jemison and Maplesville going head to head, and Jemison took home the W 8-3 over Maplesville.
Good deal.
We have some baseball tomorrow night. Is going to be Maplesville and Isabella at 6:30, and that is at Isabella. So
Are we doing the game?
we are going to be
Oh, boy.
broadcasting that one, but you can go and watch it in person as well. Also, we have our Classic Country Caravan replay is going to be tomorrow night at 7. No, it's going to be after the game. I'm sorry. Be after the game. That's right. I just said we're going to be broadcasting, and then I said we're going to have it. So after the game will be the
first
Caravan.
pitch? What time does it start?
6:30, I think is what I said. Yeah, 6:30.
6:30.
So that Classic Country Caravan will be after the game. And then a new one will be this Saturday at 7 p.m. We got something new coming up starting today. Is that what you said? At 12. It's called Lunch Special with Taylor.
Really?
Yeah. So
Noon today?
Noon today. So what she's going to do is she picks an artist or group or whoever and plays Nothing But Them the whole hour.
Oh,
the
yeah.
lunch
Highlight
hour.
an artist for the hour.
Yep.
Ooh,
And
that's it. Do we
today-
know who she's doing today?
Dirk's Billy.
Oh, I love Dirk.
I know, he's awesome. So you will want to tune in. You don't want to miss that.
Dirk Bentley, I talked him into taking flying lessons, and he now, I think, owns 2 airplanes and flies all the time. He loved it.
Really? Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I also want to remind you that tonight is the candidate forum. It is going to be in Jemison at their, I call it the meeting hall right there at the city hall there. It's going to be the candidates for superintendent, county revenue commissioner, is that right? And then circuit judge. So
Wow.
yeah, and they're going to have some food trucks out there available for you to get some food and everything to eat. That starts at 5:30.
Boy, Jemison's been active about their politics, hadn't they? They've really had these great forums where because they've had this last year a lot of people. I mean, they had a whole turnover. So they've been great to have these things so you get to actually understand who you're wanting to vote for and learn the candidates and all that. I think that's terrific.
Yeah.
Good going, Jemison.
Yeah. So that's at 5:30. We'll be there. We'll be. Are we broadcasting that live? Okay, we will be broadcasting that forum live.
Ooh,
We're gonna.
that's
I knew we
nice.
were gonna be there. I just didn't know if we were gonna.
So you can do it live like you did the mayoral and city council stuff.
Yes. And
Wonderful.
this is for the whole. This is county stuff. So yeah, we have. These are our candidates. Is let's see. We got Brad Carter, Michelle Headley, and Evan Wyatt. And this is for the revenue commissioner, for circuit judge. Hold on, my thing is acting crazy. Our circuit judge is Carol Cook Carter, Bradley Earl Egstyle. I can't say that name. And Allie Patterson. And then superintendent is Corey Clements and Jamie Galt.
Is that superintendent of education?
Yes, superintendent of education, Board of Education.
Wow.
Yeah. So that's at 5:30 tonight. Also, we had something happen over the weekend. It's a pretty big deal. Iran and the U.S. got tangled up.
We bombed them.
Well, they hit a naval base of ours for some reason. I'm not sure exactly what caused that. I don't really understand a lot of that stuff. But and then we retaliated, and then we killed the president, and then the person that they put in his place, well, we took him out too. So
Well, it wasn't the president; it was the supreme commander.
whatever you call him.
Yeah, supreme leader, the Ayatollah Khomeini. And, you know, they took him out. They took his top 5 generals. They don't know how many they really got, but they've really cut the head off of that stuff. But, you know, this is the second supreme leader since the Iranian Revolution, back when, remember, the minute that Bush went into, was it Reagan? I think it was, anyway, Carter was coming out, so it was Reagan. The minute they would not release they got all the hostages that we kept for like a year. When they took over, they took all of our ambassadors and people in the embassy, and they held those people as captives, prisoners of war, basically, for a year. And the day that Reagan went into office, they released him because they wanted Carter to look bad. Mm-hmm. So it's been, the Ayatollah has been running Iran now since they deposed the Shah of Iran. And although there were problems under the Shah, which America, the Ayatollah did the strict law, and he really, this one that they just killed, the second Ayatollah, they have video of him speaking to his people, saying under Islamic law, women were put on the earth by Allah, God, strictly for the pleasure of men. And this is a quote of the Ayatollah, if the translation was right: women are no different from cattle, horses, dogs, cats. They were made to look like humans so men would be attracted to them. Other than that, they're nothing but an animal put on earth for the pleasure of a man. Now that is, to me, is just unbelievable.
And there was
And, they can't drive, they can't.
Right. And there was a picture, and I don't know how true any of these pictures are. You can skew anything or,
Right.
Slant it for whatever. But it showed that women were rejoicing, at that happening for getting hopefully
many
some
are.
freedoms. And then it showed American women protesting what we were doing in Iran, and it's like
You've got
it's easy to do that when you're not living there and living what they're living.
a lot of the protest against it is because they don't want war. It's against war. It's against us getting back into a war.
Well, they started
but they've
it.
had huge people, Iranians who were living in the United States. There was a huge celebration over the weekend in San Francisco and in California, because that's where, when the Shah of Iran was deposed and so many Iranians had to get out of Iran to get away from that, they came to, for some reason now, a lot of them went to LA, went to California. That was just where a lot of them went. So the most numbers of Iranians who now live in America a lot of them are in California. Right. And they're having celebrations like crazy because they're hoping that the people will rise up and take back their country in some kind of democratic fashion, and not let the revolution continue, not let the Islamists stay in power like they were. So it's amazing. I mean, and President Trump told them, he said, be brave, be strong. We're giving you this opportunity. We've cut off the head of the government under that terrible regime. Of course, since for 40-something years, their theme was death to America. Mm-hmm. They said Iran believed that America was the most evil country on earth, and we should all die. Infidels, we should all be death to America.
Okay.
And there, so we'll see what happens. I don't like that. I don't want any of we've already had 3 confirmed, I think 3 servicemen killed. We also had like 3 jets yesterday shot down by Kuwaitis by accident, but all of them ejected and got out safely. I don't know if they got hurt,
I saw that.
But it was friendly fire. But this is war, and it's scary and it's dangerous. I don't want any of our people killed, but this could be an opportunity. If you look back, I found when I was going through a bunch of my stuff, I've got books and magazines that I'm throwing out that I've had for years. I had National Geographic, and I saw it it was from the 60s, like 1968. And there was this beautiful woman on the cover of the National Geographic magazine, and the headline was Tehran, Paris of the Middle East. And it showed how incredible Tehran was in the 60s with fashion. All the women were beautiful, no veils or any of that stuff. They looked like women from Paris. They were beautiful. The city, Tehran, had the best restaurants and was just incredible. And then the Shah was deposed. Islamic law came in. Boom. Complete change 40-something years ago. So this is interesting.
Yeah,
it's
it is.
Scary, though.
It is very scary. We will keep on that. We will, be watching that. Everybody will. I've
had a guilty pleasure, though.
What?
I love seeing explosions and fire and bombs and missiles. I mean, you do. I mean, it doesn't have to be in war. I like watching them when they test them and all that.
Right.
I mean, guys just love seeing explosions and fire, right?
Because you're guys, yeah.
And now there's all this stuff online with so many people now having, cell phones. There's video and pictures that you used to never see.
Right. You only saw what the news...
What the news people or what a photographer might get. Now everybody's a video.
Right.
Video. Yeah. And oh my God, these pictures and drones, are amazing because they're slower. Missiles come in fast and hard, and they're big explosions. But these drones, some of them aren't that big, and their explosions are pretty bad, but they're not. But oh my God, you see these drones flying into hotels, and it's frightening and terrible. But it's also, if you have the guilty pleasure of getting to see this stuff and see the technology, it's amazing.
Yeah, you're right. It is. All right, it is 8:05. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about your buddy Eli Gold.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. You know what I'm going. You know where I'm going for that,
I miss old
you?
Eli.
Oh, yeah. So we'll talk about Eli Gold, and we'll talk about the NCAA has proposed a new rule for football players. So we'll see about that, too. So y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Come see us at Children Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it.
Underage drinking is deemed by many adults to be a rite of passage. Parents who host parties for youth may think they are being protective, but they are actually putting their youth at risk of physical and social consequences. Know the truth. Underage drinking and social hosting is a bad mix. For more information, contact Central Alabama Wellness, 205-651-0077, or visit centralalabamawellness.org.
Chilton Mobile Home Parts and Supply is your go-to destination for top quality mobile home parts and supplies in Clanton, Alabama. Conveniently located at 14023 County Road 29, just 3 miles east of Thorsby. We offer a diverse inventory, including underpinning, doors, windows, faucets, tubs, setup supplies, and more. Our commitment to quality ensures you'll find the best solutions for your mobile home needs. Upgrade your space with stylish doors and windows. Enhance functionality with top-notch faucets and tubs. All conveniently available in one place. Visit us today or call 205-646-1949. Transform your mobile home with Chilton, where quality meets convenience.
Bee Gees.
We are
can
back.
tell by
The
the way
time
Sorry.
is 8:08. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Therese and a very animated dollar bill this
Oh, yeah.
morning.
It's Monday.
It's a Monday.
It's beautiful
It is
outside.
gonna be
It was
so
a little
pretty this
cloudy
whole
this
week.
morning, burning off. Going to be beautiful all afternoon. My wife has a list that long of stuff for me to
I
do when I
bet.
leave here today. I got to get home and get busy, she said.
Get home and get busy. Your friend Eli Gold
Oh, I
has
love Eli.
received some national recognition. Are you ready for this? He has been named the best play-by-play announcer in college sports,
I agree.
and a title that resonates deeply with the generations of Crimson Tide fans,
Right.
for sure. And because they have really kind of, I mean, the biggest moments you could think of were brought to them by
Eli Gold.
He, for decades, he didn't just do football. He's done it all.
Well, you know,
he
when I
did
first met
NASCAR
him,
for a little
he
while.
came to Birmingham from New York City. They brought him to Birmingham to do hockey. So
Now that I didn't know,
because
but
nobody down
interesting.
here knew how to announce hockey.
Yeah.
Remember? So they had to get somebody. So they got a young Eli Gold to come down to do the Birmingham Bulls. Well, they found out he could also do a great job with the Barons.
Mm-hmm.
So he did baseball. Then they found out he could do everything because then he became an MRN announcer and was doing NASCAR. He also, of course, did football and he ended up doing, becoming the voice of the Crimson Tide. I remember when John Forney and those guys got older and had to be retired. Doug Layton, John Forney, Eli Gold went in there. And Eli Gold did it for what, 30 years?
Yeah, and here's the thing too. What has it been 2 years ago now that they replaced him in college sports?
Right, with
and,
Stewart.
and I still can't figure that out
Well,
because even I got used to.
Well, but here's the
listening to
deal.
him.
Their
way
thought
they
was
did
they
it was
they lost the
just-
coach. They lost Saban, so they knew everything was going to be different. Everything, right? All the coaches are going to change. The program's going to change. The NIL came in. College football changed. Eli had been suffering with some serious health problems and had missed a number of games, and Stewart had been doing it for him while he was there. And at that point, I don't know if they maybe thought it was time for him to retire because he was having health problems. So they made the change. I think they did a terrible, awful, ridiculously bad job of doing that.
Yeah.
And even Eli said, you hire me, you can fire me, whatever. But it's the way they did it that really disappointed me. I thought the University of Alabama did a horrible job
They should have
of
made-
retiring Eli or whatever.
Yeah, they should have had a big, huge retirement thing.
They should have given him
Hey,
another year to say goodbye,
And
too,
they
I
should have
think.
had different coaches and players come in and give a
Yep.
tribute to him. There should have been this whole rigmarole done for him. And the way they did it, And it made the news, and it made
me mad. And
was
it hurt my feelings
disrespectful.
for him too.
Yeah, I know.
I think it hurt his feelings too. I don't think he
it
was
should.
happy about it. I sure wasn't. And I'm a University of Alabama graduate, right? And a
Right.
proud graduate. I'm a big supporter and sponsor. That really made me mad. I thought they mishandled that terribly.
And here's the thing: they know better.
You'd think they would, but
think they
you
would
know,
know better. I mean, did they honestly think deep down in their core that the way they did it was going to go over well?
I don't think they thought. And I think it was just for them a business decision. And again, like a lot of corporation, of course, the University of Alabama is a huge corporation now. It's not just a college. When you talk about the money that is generated through their college football program, that is a huge corporation now. That's not education. It's not a school. It's a business. And I think they did like a lot of businesses now. They don't look at the humanity of anything. They just look at it like it's business, whether it hurts people or doesn't, or is done correctly or not. All they worry about now, I think where they let it down too is they not only did it, I thought, rudely and terribly, they also, PR wise, I don't think Eli was beloved by Alabama fans, I think. And I know, and he'd been there so long and doing such a great job. And I think the fact that he had some health issues made it even worse. It's like kick the man while he's down.
Right.
And so I'll go to my grave thinking they really disappointed everybody and Eli and the world by the way they did it. I think it made them look cheap and ridiculous.
Yeah, and here's the thing too. You had people that are other fans of everything, like different fans of football. Like I'm an Auburn fan. Everybody was like, it wasn't just Alabama. Everybody
Right.
was like, whoa.
Well, that
It
transcends. I may be an Alabama graduate, but I was so, when Bramlett got killed, he and his wife,
Oh, that was
that
terrible.
just killed me. And, he's, that's Auburn, but it's part of our family in this state. And Eli's part of the family of sports fans not only in the state, but in the nation. He did an amazing job on MRN Racing. I used to sit with him some in that second turn of Talladega up in the Winston box.
Yeah.
And Eli, I don't think people realize he sits there with very little paperwork. That stuff's coming out of his head.
I know.
He remembers stats, positions, and it's just coming out. The guy's just brilliant when it comes to sports. Hockey, no matter how fast, he's right there on it. He remembers stats and names and stuff. Football, baseball, he can do it all. He's a prodigy when it comes. And, I think when he first started as the Alabama Crimson Tide, voice of the Crimson Tide, it was odd because he does have a little bit of that New York accent. Mm-hmm. And I remember some people, of course, I was great friends with Eli before any of that. I've been friends with him since 79 or 80. And he and his wife, Claudette, and I and my wife, we've just been great friends.
Right.
Their daughter, Elise. But the thing is, it hurt my feelings when I heard people, my friends that were Alabama fans, saying, he sounds like a Yankee kind of. I said, just wait. And sure enough, he's so amazing.
Yeah.
And so good at what he does. It transcends a lot of things.
I was about to say, it's just a classic, timeless voice
Yep,
that you.
it is.
When you hear it, it's almost comforting.
I used to.
It's just.
He's
I love
friends with a lot of big name. And I was telling you, one day I was in the radio. When he was working for our radio station, this is way back, but he worked for the radio stations and the TV stations for a little bit. I think he worked at 13 or 6 as their sports guy for a little while. He worked for us for years as our radio sports guy because he did Barron's football on our station and Barron's baseball on our station. But anyway, one day I got off the air and I was walking down the hall and this little feller was coming down the hall. Little short guy in a suit, really good looking guy, nice looking guy. I thought, who is that? I know him. And he went by, and I went, Bob Costas. And Bob used to come in, if he was ever in town, Bob Costas would stop in because he and Eli were such good friends.
That is wild.
Yeah, just crazy stuff like that.
So you know my friend Dink Cook.
Yeah.
He and Eli are great friends, and every time Dink's in town, he and Eli go eat barbecue together.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah. You know,
He'll say, "Guess who I'm having lunch with?" I'm like, "Are you having lunch with Eli?" I am having lunch with Eli.
he and I used to hit Milo's all the time. He loved Milo burgers. Loves
Yeah.
Milo. I guess he still does. Anyway, he and I, and we used to spend New Year's every year together, and I'd go get fireworks, and we'd go shoot fireworks in his front yard when we lived in Bluff Park. We had the
So
best
awesome.
time. He's
Yeah.
a great guy, and he's just brilliant. So I'm glad he's finally getting this kind of national recognition because he certainly deserves
yeah,
it.
it's well
And
deserved
again, I
and
think
long overdue.
and it's nice coming in behind what Alabama did to him. It's kind of like a
Yeah.
show you,
It's
gotcha.
like, it's kind of
There
like
you go. Yeah, little middle finger.
middle finger, exactly.
And Eli wouldn't do that. Eli's a class act, but I can do it for him. I can say that because I'm his friend, and it hurt my feelings bad.
Yeah, I mean, I still struggle with stuff like that when I see if it's an injustice, it's an injustice.
Right.
You know, I can't help it. I get wild.
Yeah, they
up
didn't treat him
about it,
right
but,
at all with that deal.
So did you see where?
And by the way, nothing against Stewart.
Oh no,
He's a great guy. He really is, and does a
one
good
doesn't
job.
have to do anything at all with the other. We're just saying that the way they did
Right.
Eli.
That's right. I just wanted to say that because I don't want it to make it sound like
you're
anti-Stewart.
anti-Stewart.
Yeah.
No, not at all. Look, Stewart knows he's coming in on the coattails of greatness.
of a goat.
Yeah.
Yeah, of a goat. Greatest
come
of
on.
all time. And he's a great guy. I've known him since he went to the University of Montevallo. And, so, I mean, I've known him forever.
So the NCAA, and this was proposed a while back too, and I don't know that I can't remember if I guess it didn't get any steam really, but so football players, they used to wear leg coverings, their legs were covered.
Right.
Now they've gotten them where the pants are kind of above the knee. Some of them will put them
The
over
knee
the
pads
knee.
are about the top. Yeah.
Well, now they're proposing that they have to go back to wearing
Long pants.
long pants, full covering.
In other words, cover the calf.
Yeah,
and
cover the calves all the way. It has to be down to the ankle.
Why?
Well, I don't really understand that. And it says here that players who violate the rule would have to leave the game for one play and wouldn't be able to return until their pants were in compliance with
Why?
the new. I don't get it.
Is there some kind of
It does not.
safety issue? I mean,
This
can they break their leg easier if they're not? I mean, I don't understand.
I mean, I don't know either. I think a lot of the guys prefer to have the pants the way they have them, which
Well, it's more comfortable probably
I'm sure
for
it's
them.
more comfortable for them. But see, there for a long time they made them wear the knee pads, and now they've kind of gotten away from that. Unless you just prefer it, you can wear them if you want to. If you don't have to, but yeah. And they're saying here that
Long
you
pants.
could after the first violation, it would be followed up with a 5-yard penalty and then a 15-yard penalty after
What?
that.
Really?
Isn't that crazy?
That is. I mean, that seems. I don't know. There must. I'd like to know the reasoning behind that. Is it aesthetics? Is it for looks? Is there a safety concern? Now, if there's like it'd be like if they said, "Well, you don't have to wear a helmet." I mean, I understand the safety concerns of something
Exactly.
that, but I don't understand. Maybe I don't know. I don't know what having long pants on
Has to do with anything.
No, that's
don't
right.
either.
And
I
there's
don't
certainly, then it wouldn't seem to me aesthetics. I don't know that anybody cares that you see their calves and their
I
ankles,
don't
maybe.
care.
or
I just
their-
want them to play football.
yeah. I mean,
all
if they were wearing short shorts or
Yeah.
something, I mean, look what rugby players wear.
I know.
They just wear short shorts and and no pads and nothing. Just get out there and hurt.
That's backyard football is what that is.
No, it's worse than that. It's backyard MMA.
Yeah.
It really is. Rugby's horribly strong.
It's 8:21. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we got to talk about a basketball score mishap in a high school basketball game.
Really?
Have you seen this?
No.
This is wild. So we'll talk about that when we come back. Stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Reese and Dollar Bill, broadcasting live from the Clayton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
Need reliable towing or diesel repair? MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair has you covered. We specialize in light and heavy duty towing and recovery with the latest equipment for any job, from campers and tractor trailers to winch box recoveries, and the only local-based rotator in the county. We do it all. Our diesel repair services include computer diagnostics, engine rebuilds, transmission and clutch work, and general maintenance. Trust MEMS Wrecker and Heavy Duty Diesel Repair for top-notch service. Call us at 205-217-1984. Some family traditions begin with an ending. Lasting family legacies are established at Martin Funeral Home, where for over 100 years, we have served the families in our community. Bobby, Donnie, Norma, and our family at Martin Funeral Home would like to express our sincere gratitude for allowing us to serve your family. Every life story deserves the perfect setting. We are here to make that happen for you and your loved one. We offer traditional funeral home services, and we are now excited to be the home of the first crematory in Clanton, Alabama. Our goal is to serve our families no matter what their needs are. Martin Funeral Home, serving Chilton County since 1921. Please give us a call at 205-755-3550.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment. Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th, see us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com.
Now that's what I'm talking about. Some back from break music.
There you go.
I don't know what this other stuff he's been playing is. It is 8:25.
I don't know what that stuff is he's playing.
Wanda says, Dollar Bill, you are correct about Eli Gold. She really does miss hearing him say touchdown,
Alabama.
He had a very unique way of saying
He
that.
does.
I still miss Keith Jackson.
Oh, God, yeah, on national, was that ABC Sports?
Yeah.
Keith Jackson, fumble. Keith Jackson, I loved him. I liked John Forney, and I liked the old guys, and I liked, who was the guy with Alabama, Auburn for so long? Oh, last name starts with an F. He was their play-by-play announcer their color guy for years. Anyway, I used to love to listen to him for Auburn.
I'm having a brain fart. I don't know. I can't think of who you're talking
he's
about.
Also probably before your time. You're a youngster.
Oh, yeah. I was just a little gleam.
You were a tyke. A little tyke.
There was a basketball game that was being played at Robert Toombs Christian Academy in Georgia. And unfortunately, the girls were leading 31-25 over Citizens Christian Academy with 1:12 remaining in the third quarter. Citizens Christian shot 3 free throws. I'm going to get it right here. Making one of them, but the scorekeeper, I cannot talk. The scorekeeper gave them 2 points instead of 1, and they would not correct the score.
Why?
So the team that was ahead ended up losing the
Wait a
game.
minute. Wait a minute. What?
Yeah.
No, they couldn't.
Yeah.
If they didn't get the points just because the scorekeeper screwed up, they gave them the win?
Yep.
Why?
Well, the Georgia Commission is that the GIAA and the president of the GISA said there's nothing in the rules that allows for the game to be overturned because they realized it after the game.
Oh, they didn't realize it till the game was over. Well, that's a PR nightmare anyway. Well, isn't the losing team pissed? Aren't they mad?
Oh, yeah. They're way mad. They're way mad about it because it goes down as an L for them,
Right.
even though they would have won by one.
That's crazy. That just a
Yeah.
scorekeeper hitting the wrong button gave them the win. I think what they ought to do then now is get the pay off the scorekeeper the next time they play if they're losing. Just
Yeah.
hit it a bunch of times, fix it up.
And the coaches for Robert Toombs says we've exhausted every available avenue to fight for the girls to get their win because it was truly a win for them, not a loss.
That's stupid. I mean, that's stupid.
That is, I've never even heard of something like this, but how do you not fix that and say, game was over, too bad, so sad?
They need to amend the rules then so that if it's, I mean, the true winner ought to win. That just because somebody hits the wrong button or however you do scorekeeping, that's crazy.
I bet he won't get to keep score anymore.
Well, he shouldn't. Oh, I don't
He's
know.
lost his
He might
position
also
as
get a new
scorekeeper.
Cadillac from the other school.
Right.
Gee,
Oh my goodness. Could you imagine though?
I'd be
lose
livid.
my
Yeah.
ever-loving mind.
If I was a kid, well, it's just a game.
I know the kids are, going to do out there.
But still, that means a lot to those girls, and for the season, it goes down in history as a loss. So that's not good. I think that that's crazy that they can't fix it on the side of. I mean, if you're gonna, fix it. It's a game. Fix the score. Make it right. Make the win. Give them both the win. Then
No. That's not how they. The one team didn't win. They lost by one. They shouldn't get the win.
well, I'm just saying the ones that
I'm
won
mad.
it.
Look, bless it. I'm mad for them.
Well, there you go.
Not that me being mad is going to do
Let's go
anything, but
protest.
Let's go. Let's do it. I've been waiting. I've been wanting to protest something, just anything.
I'm too lazy to
Just-
protest.
I know, me too.
I'm just.
I want to protest.
I'm
from
just
here.
too tired to protest.
I'll just protest from here. Protesting.
Yeah. Give me some food and I'll protest. Hey, I'll go. That's what we need to do a protest with food. Free hot dogs if you come protest.
Guess what? Guess what turned 40? Not me. I wish.
What turns 40?
A classic movie
Oh,
has
God.
turned 40.
That's going to depress me because it's going to feel like it's only 10 years old to me. Which one?
Pretty in Pink.
It's 40? Oh, my God.
Can you believe it?
I'm giving up on life. I'm just going to go to the cemetery and lay down.
Pretty in Pink has turned 40. And I saw this, have you seen this thing where they're doing the AI images of the actors in the sitcoms when they were young? And
Oh,
then of
God,
them
those things
now
are
where they-
amazing. And if they come in and they're dead, they have wings like an
Wings on
angel.
them.
Oh, but it's so
So-
weird to see them young and they look and they smile and they get and hold hands or they sit with each other and it's the old and the young and the old or the dead. Oh,
Yeah. Well,
it's
the one
weird.
the one that blew my mind and got me just so messed up in my head was Judd Nelson.
Really?
Does not look anything
Like he did?
used to.
Really?
Like because I think he was one of the older ones playing a teenager too.
Probably was, yeah.
So it's 40, so he's every bit
70.
He's
my age.
He's probably in his 60s. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to look it up just to be sure. He just looks like an old man, Bill. I'm sorry. I just
And he's probably younger than me.
hold on. Let's see. He's 66. So yeah,
He's 66.
this is him now. Think of him as a young guy on.
Yeah, I remember what he looked like young.
Look at him.
Yeah.
And now, look, that's what he was like in The Breakfast Club.
I know.
But
40 years ago.
Yeah, it had Pretty in Pink turning 40, but then also it had like the AI for them. It had the AI for The Breakfast Club, and it was showing the one for The Breakfast Club that showed Emilio Estevez, who, by the way, looks exactly like his dad.
Does he really now?
Yes, he is the spitting image of Charlie Sheen.
Is
Not
he
Charlie
really?
Sheen, but Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen.
Yes, it is so weird to see that. But yeah, those little AI things are really, really
They are
cool.
pretty amazing.
But here's the thing. Did you watch Pretty in Pink? I mean,
I'm sure I did, yeah.
But
I was
still.
30-something, but I saw the movie.
So, there was always the thing. It had...
Does that have Molly Ringwald in it? No.
Andrew had, Molly Ringwald, Andrew McCartney.
Right.
And, the guy off of 2.5 Men. What's his name?
I know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Again, I was
help me.
30-something when the movie came out.
Let me
That's
look.
amazing. I just
Ducky.
realized. You said that was 40 years ago?
Yeah.
I was
John
30.
Cryer played him.
I was 33 when the movie came out.
It came out in 86, so I was 17.
Oh, God.
Well, no, I was, depending on what time of the year in 86. If it came out now in 86, I was 17. So, and here's the thing, is that there was this big thing. Ducky, his character, John Cryer's character, was in love with Molly Ringwald's character. And, and you were like, you were cheering for him so hard because he was just the guy who was not going to get the girl.
Right.
You wanted her to like him so bad, but she fell for the good-looking, charismatic guy. But my friend did movie night at her place one night, and that was the show, was going to be Pretty in Pink.
Oh, really?
And we all wore Team Ducky for Pretty.
All right, so how long ago was that when you watched it after the original?
I've
many
seen
years?
it so many times.
You have?
This was like 5 years ago that she did that.
Does
and it was
it
like,
affect you differently now that you're older, or was it the same?
It was the same, but he was just a cute, funny character, and you just wanted him to find love, and he kind of sort of alludes to the fact that he does in the end. But Annie Potts was in that movie.
Yeah, that's right, Annie Potts.
And I loved her character on there. But here's the thing. Molly Ringwald's character made her own prom dress. In my whole life that I've watched this since 1986, my thoughts of the prom dress were, that's what she made? Like, it was not a pretty dress. And I was like, that's what she came up with for her prom dress. I never
Well, maybe she couldn't sew that well. That was all she could do.
No, that was the whole thing, is that she could.
Oh.
She made all of her own clothes and, very eclectic.
I don't remember that.
I just kind of felt like the dress she made could been a little more...
Sexier.
No, not sexy, just more stylish, I guess. It just didn't look like a prom dress. It just looked like a dress. Yeah. So I never was able to get, even at 17, I couldn't get past the fact that was the prom dress she made. I was like, y'all could have done better. Come on, movie people. You could have done better than that. I didn't like it. No. I was out.
Well.
But, yeah, 40 years old.
40 years.
40. All right, it's 8:36. We're going to take a break. When we come back, as a kid, I liked this particular fast food chain, and they had a particular item on there that I always loved, and I have noticed that over the years, it has had some changes to it.
Really?
Yeah, and we're going to talk about the changes and what they're going back to.
Really?
Come back,
Okay,
yeah.
I like talking about food.
Yeah, so y'all stay with us. You're listening to Morning Mayhem here on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill broadcasting live from the Clanton Tractor Studio. We'll be right back.
The plans you have for your property need the right equipment, Kubota has reliable tractors, utility vehicles, and mowers to help you make the most of your land, along with strong dealer support. Stop by today to explore our lineup. Right now, bring home select Kubota BX Series with 0% financing available or save up to $1,500. Now through February 28th. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com for full disclaimer.
Get by Clanton Tractor today or visit ClantonTractor.com. Are you tired of big box stores where you're just another number? You deserve better. Furniture that's built to last from people who treat you like family. At Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, we do things differently. As an employee-owned company, we take pride in personal service. We'll listen to what you need and help you find the perfect piece for your home from trusted, top-notch name brand. Whether it's a cozy sofa for movie nights, a dining set built for real life, or a recliner that melts the stress away, we've got you covered. Don't settle for less. Experience the difference at Farmers Home Furniture in Clanton, where you're not just a customer, you're family.
Need care fast? Come see us at Children Urgent Care, 1210 7th Street South in Clanton. We offer efficient care with minimal wait times and a wide array of services, including on-site x-rays, wound care, and quick assistance with urgent needs. Medicare and most private insurance and private pay welcome. No appointment needed. Walk in Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday from 8 to 4. Call 205-280-0620. Chilton Urgent Care. Quality care when you need it.
All right, we are back. That's what I'm talking about. It's 8:38. You're listening to Morning Mayhem on Piper Peach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill here with you.
Good
on
morning.
This Monday morning. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, pretty day today.
All week.
And next weekend is, I think, when we go back to daylight savings time.
Oh, I'll be ready for that now.
Me too.
I've had enough of the cold. Look, I brought my spring clothes out.
Yep.
I got them out. I've got to get more. I've
Yeah.
kind of outgrown them.
That's my problem. My shirts shrunk over the last year. They shrunk, got tighter. It's not me. It's the shirts shrunk sitting in the closet.
Daylight savings time this weekend.
So I said Sunday morning, 2 a.m.
Yep. So we will. We're gonna lose an hour.
That's
Go
all right.
ahead.
I'll give it up. I don't
We're
mind
gonna
giving
go
it up for
ahead,
this.
So, go to bed an hour earlier is all I know.
I'm ready.
I will. I go to bed an hour earlier every night. We hit the bed so early. But now that it's going to be daylight savings time, I won't be doing that as
Right,
much.
yeah. Well, don't you get up early?
I mean,
I used to have to go be asleep around between 7:30 and 8. I'd go to bed sometimes as early as 7 so I could get to sleep because I got up at 3 every morning.
but I'm trying to remember, when it starts, it's not immediate, it's daylight till 8 o'clock. That kind of progresses a little bit, but it does stay light until about 6:30-ish, and then it kind
Oh,
of
yeah,
goes
because,
on to-
right now it's light. It's still pretty light at 6,
Yeah.
6:30. And so it'll instantly be 7:30. It's going to instantly go an hour.
I'm okay with that.
Yeah, me too.
I really am.
I
It's
love
ti-
it.
It's
And then by the
time.
middle of summer, it's still daylight at 9 o'clock,
It's
That
barely
used to
starting to get a
kill
little
me
dusk.
when I was getting
I
up at
know.
3.
That part takes a minute to get used to when you get up you got up way earlier than I got.
At
You were
3.
getting up at 2 and 3 in the
Right.
morning.
It's horrible.
So yeah, but okay, we got to talk about. We're not talking about McDonald's today. I know we talk about McDonald's a lot. We're talking about Burger King and the Whopper.
Yeah, that's
So,
Mary's favorite fast food burger.
I will
is the
say,
Whopper.
the Whopper as a kid,
That was your
loved-
favorite?
That was my
Yep.
favorite burger. It had the lettuce and the tomato and the onion and the mayo and the ketchup. No mustard.
Right.
that has just that, and it was always big. And then they did the Whopper Junior, which is a little condensed size.
I
of
still
it.
like the Whopper
Still-
Junior once in a while.
I love the sesame seeds on the bun.
Me
There's
too.
something about the sesame seeds on the bun that does it for me. But then as years went on, and I'd say in the last 15, 20 years, they've changed it. It doesn't taste the same.
No, doesn't look the
It
same
doesn't
either.
look the same. It doesn't have the same feel. Well, folks have been complaining that this is not the same Whopper that I've grown up with. Y'all got to do something. So
It's not as big either, by the way.
it's getting a first makeover in over a decade. They're going to tweak the bun. They're going to tweak the mayo and the packaging. So instead of getting wrapped up in a paper, it's
gonna
going to
be back
go
in a box?
back in a box, which they should put it back in the box. And the revamped burger is going to come out starting this week at more than 7,000 locations.
Really?
Yeah.
Huh. I'll be anxious to get my wife. I like them. I like the Whopper Junior. If I'm going to get it, I don't want the big one.
Yeah, I like the Whopper
like the
Junior.
little one.
That's too much burger for
Yeah,
me.
me too.
You know.
But Mary loves. That's her favorite fast food burger is a Whopper, or used to be. But she's like you. She kind of got away from it. Just didn't. She didn't know if it was her taste buds or if they were really messing with the burger, because she said she just kind of fell out of favor with it,
Even
and she
the
couldn't
Whopper-
tell you why.
Yeah, even the Whopper Junior. I mean, it used like the Whopper literally was.
Used
it
to
was
be
a
that.
Whopper
That's why it was
because
called the
that's why they
Whopper.
call it Whopper.
It was so big,
And then it got smaller, and then the Whopper Junior got smaller. The Whopper Junior is literally
that big around.
about
You're
the
right.
size of a moon pie.
Yep.
And it's like it barely fills me up at all, but the Whopper was always too much
Too
for
much,
me. I
yeah.
couldn't eat that. It says here that this burger, changing it and upgrading it, really just kind of going back to what they used to, is going to cost the franchisee more. But Burger King is saying don't pass that cost on to your customers.
Well, if you sell a lot more of them,
Yeah, exactly.
if they get popular again,
They're saying that they're betting that the changes will bring customers back and that they'll make up for that. So not to pass the price increase on to the customer. So we'll see. I bet some of them do it anyway. Because if you've priced the cost of a burger these days,
oh yeah,
like I used to get, like at Wendy's, the single with no cheese combo was $4.95. That was for the whole combo.
right,
Now it's almost $13.
right, yeah. I mean, it's amazing how
Come on,
expensive
man.
they gotten to be, because you know, when I was a kid, remember Jack's hamburgers? They were 15 cents.
Mm-hmm.
The jingle, Jack's hamburgers for 15 cents. They're so good, good, good. You'll go back to Jack's for more.
Yep.
50. And you know what a Crystal Burger was when I was a kid?
10 cents or 5 cents.
A nickel.
Yeah.
A nickel.
They weren't much more. They were like maybe 20 cents when I was a kid.
When I was in college, they were still like 20
My
cents.
dad, he would take, but see, a lot of people don't remember this, and I had somebody dispute me on this, but I'm right. I'm 100% right. They used to sell chicken.
Yeah, they did.
Crystal had chicken. It
They,
came in a
they
box.
were called chicks or
well, not
something.
what even called chicks. It was a leg.
Oh, they
chicken
did sell
leg.
chicken. You could get the breast or
and
the thigh or the
yeah,
leg.
But I always
Their
got the
chicken was
kids-
excellent.
It was so good.
Matter of fact, I got in trouble.
Actually, it was better than.
I do. I think it was the best. And you know what? I found out when I was in college in Alabama, and I was so broke all the time.
Mm-hmm.
We realized, of course, you know, we always went to Crystal when we'd been drinking, because
Mm-hmm.
if you were pretty drunk, you wanted a dozen Crystal burgers, you know,
Yeah.
or
You
6
didn't
of
even
them,
get, look, you didn't
because
even
they
get
were
the
little.
fries back then.
You
just
could
got
eat
the
them.
Sack of crystals.
Right,
All
sack
that.
of crystals. We were sitting in the car one night. Of course, we'd had a few adult beverages. We shouldn't have been in a car, but that was back in the 70s, mid 70s, and we noticed we loved their chicken, but we really couldn't afford it, because you know you could get a sack of crystals for $1.50, where chicken would cost you $3 or something to get really a decent thing of chicken. We saw every hour or so a guy would go out to the dumpster with a little white garbage bag and throw it in there and go back in the back. We thought every hour, and it was about the same size. Turns out their rule was if the chicken sat, I think, for an hour under the light after they cooked it, you had to throw it out because they wanted
So y'all
fresher.
went pilfering.
So we just go park down in the back, and when he'd come out, once we went back in and couldn't see us, we jumped in the dumpster, pulled out that sack of chicken, and ate it. And
Well, it was good.
it was great. And, of course, sometimes you had to, there might be some other trash in there with the chicken, but it was free chicken.
You
And it was
know.
only about an hour and a half old.
Minuscule details.
Yeah, it was. We did. And
When
one
you're
night
poor.
the manager caught us.
Oh, no.
And so he started, they didn't just take it out every hour. They would throw it in with the regular trash and then take it out at the end of the night. But yeah, they'd mess it up by putting it in with trash.
So that you couldn't have it.
Couldn't eat it,
Never mind that
And
you
he
were
thought it was,
starving and
he
poor.
thought what was happening was we were eating free chicken where we would have come in and bought it. What he doesn't know is we couldn't afford the chicken. So we were just eating it free because it was there.
Yeah.
But I thought he did us a disservice. We were
I kinda
poor
agree.
and hungry. But that was Crystal made phenomenal fried chicken in the
was
70s
really
and
good.
early 80s, I guess, or through the 80s.
But and then when I got old enough, I followed my dad's footsteps in the love of the Crystal Burger, and he would get the Crystals with cheese. I'm not a cheese girl,
Yep.
but he would get the Crystal with cheese and a bowl of chili with the oyster crackers.
Yes.
And I would get the Crystal Burger without the cheese, and we would just have us a day.
Yeah, I loved it.
It was cheap, and of course back then, I don't know if it was cheap back then. I don't know.
It
if
was cheap. Crystals
I
were
don't know
always,
what they were considered.
well,
cheap
Crystal
back
was
then.
always like White Castle. They were considered the poor man's little burger.
Oh, okay.
Because remember, you think about it, all it is that little thin square piece of meat with some, it's not real onion. It's the reconstituted little bits of onion, like onion flake.
And I'm okay with it.
I am too. I love it. And one pickle and a dollop of, I think, mustard.
Yeah, one
That's
little-
a Crystal burger.
That's a Crystal Burger.
And they're
You can
square.
and you could eat 5 of them in one sitting.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Easy.
yeah. I used to eat a dozen.
We were helping some friends move one year when I was little, and she's like, "I'm gonna go and get y'all some crystals, to eat," because it was like
Helping her move.
we were all helping her move. It was like my mom and my brother and sister and I, and some of her people that she had helping move. I mean, it was a big move, and she was feeding her kids too. And she went and got 2. It was like 48, 2 sacks of crystals, 24 and 20, like 48 of them. We went through every one of them.
Oh yeah,
We
sure.
ate 'em all. Easy.
Like Sherman through Georgia.
It was-
I'll tell something really bad about myself. In the late 70s, I was working in Selma, Alabama, at a radio station, and I was right out of college. I was a bachelor. wasn't particularly living the ideal life, and I was drinking a fair amount some nights. So one night, it was a Friday night, so I didn't have to work the next morning, or maybe it's Saturday night. Saturday night, I didn't have to work the next morning. I was off. No, Friday night, because I worked Sunday morning doing the church show, so I was off Saturday morning. So Friday night, I go out and have me a night out and, drinking. Well, all I know is I was out at a club, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up, and I open my eyes the next morning, and I've thought I've had a stroke because everything's upside down sideways when I open my eyes, and I'm looking at a building upside down sideways. And I realize it's my apartment building, but I'm outside. And what had happened is, I guess, of course, back then I drove when I shouldn't have been when I was drinking. Shouldn't have been. Don't do it. It's horrible. I'm lucky I'm alive and didn't kill somebody else. But this is what happened. I apparently was out riding around drinking, got over where I don't remember what I did, and I woke up and my butt was up in the seat of my Volkswagen, but my head was down on the ground where I'd opened the door and just fallen out.
And laid there.
And just all night long or all morning, I looked and I was looking at my apartment building, and of course I was upside down sideways. So I sat up and I was like, oh my God. And I look at the clock and it's like 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'd been laying out there since probably 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. No one stopped to check on me. No one called the police. No one called the paramedics. I looked like I was dead. I mean, my butt was up in the seat. My face was in the grass next to the road.
It's not
And
funny, but it's
so no one, it was a Saturday morning. People driving. Nobody called anybody or checked on me. So I sat up and I was like, oh, I was hungover. I was feeling bad. And then I look around in my car, and you know how little Crystal burgers come in a little cardboard, little half box, like a little sleeve. They're all in my car. And then I look, and I notice I must have thought that a Crystal was only good for, I bought like 3 dozen of them. You know, had been drinking, so I probably just said, give me 2 dozen. Anyway, I would take a bite. I'd take the Crystal out of the box, throw the box over my shoulder into the back seat, take 1 bite out of the Crystal burger and toss it. I thought they were good for only 1 bite, I guess. So I look around in my car, and there's literally 25 half buns with 1 beautiful bite out of them, you know, like a bite. There's meat patties everywhere because they separated from the bun.
Yeah, when you
There's
tossed them.
little bits of onion all over the dash in the steering wheel, and pickles with 1 bite out of them everywhere. I mean, the car was a horrible mess with meat and buns and onions and little, you know, cardboard cups and a bag.
You
and
hang
a
it
cup.
upside down out of your car with your butt in the air, though, and nobody
Nobody
thinking
even
anything
checked
of it,
nothing.
just,
Nobody
"There's
thought
Bill
a thing
again."
of. That's Selma, Alabama, by the way. But yeah, it was crazy. And then I had to, of course, I went in and showered, and I may have laid down for a little while. Then I had to go out, and it was a summertime, I think, because it was obviously
Oh,
not
I bet
cold.
your car
And that
smelled
car
great.
had all that meat and onions and pickles, and so I had to drive my Volkswagen to a spray-off car wash. And back then they didn't have the free vacuum cleaners, and I couldn't afford to pay for so I tried to clean the car out. I took all the mats out, and I had enough money to pressure spray it. So I just opened the doors and pressure sprayed some of the inside of the car. I mean, it was a Volkswagen. Volkswagens were like, you couldn't tear them up. You couldn't hurt them. You know, it was a Beetle.
great.
It was a 71 Super Beetle. And I just sprayed the dash, you know, just to spray all that mustard and little bits of onion and pickle.
That's hilarious.
No, it's terrible.
That is hilarious.
I mean, it's embarrassing to admit it, but it was.
Well, we all did.
It's
stupid
what
stuff.
happened.
I mean, you know, it's part of being young.
I must have
guess.
loved my Crystal. Crystal.
You can't really find them. We have one that's inside, like
In the
how
service
in a
station?
service station. Like
Yeah.
I think it's the Valero, maybe by our
Yeah.
house.
Well, there was one
They
over
used
in.
to be open 24 hours. Now you can't find one open past 8
Yeah.
o'clock.
Well, they used to
anymore.
be standalones. There were Crystal.
But I tell you what,
hamburgers.
now I want a Crystal burger. I can
I
tell
know,
you
it
that.
kinda
I don't know
makes
where
you-
I have to go to get one.
They
but
used to have a Crystal right there in front of the Baptist Shelby Hospital there, Shelby Baptist. It was right there, and it was a tiny little building where you didn't go in. You couldn't go in it. You just drove up to one side and ordered, drove around it like the old Milos used to be. And that's the last time. But they're now Milos, I think it is.
I haven't had a Crystal burger since they changed their fries. You
Did they I didn't know they changed
changed their fries. I went by there one day and they gave me the fries, and I looked at them. I said, "What is this?" And they were like, "This are new fries." And I went,
Were they good?
"No, they were terrible."
What were they? I mean, how were they
some
different?
Kinda, you know that weird, like even Burger King went to it. They had that weird coating on them.
Oh, yeah.
To make them like that
Crispy.
I was out. I wanted the old. There was something about that taste of the old Crystal fries.
Yeah, they were
that
good.
Said this is Crystals.
Crystal. Yeah, I think
Now-
it was old oil.
And I want to say that has probably been 7 years ago, 6, 7 years ago.
I
I,
hadn't had
have
a-
not eaten one since.
I hadn't had a Crystal in 4 or
But
5 years.
I would probably give it a go again.
Oh,
but
yeah.
one of the things I used to get to were the chili cheese fries. You know, they were the
Oh, yeah.
waffle fries covered
I think
up.
their chili was good too, if I remember
My dad
right.
used to love it.
I think the Crystal chili. You know, I think Wendy's has really good chili.
I can't remember ever having theirs.
Oh yeah, Wendy's chili's really good.
I miss their taco bar that they used to have with the
Did they have a
potato
taco
and-
bar?
Oh yeah, they all had that. Called it the super bar, super hot bar.
Really? I
You could
like
buy
that.
it. It was ever how much money is. I remember Auburn's grandma and aunts would take her to eat lunch. They'd go pick her up from school, or she'd keep her overnight. She'd say, "We're gonna go to Wendy's tomorrow." That was her favorite thing to do.
Oh, well, I always love the Wendy's burgers, the single with cheese or double with cheese. I loved them. Square burgers, Oh, I mean,
But
square meat.
now it's too expensive.
Are they?
Yeah.
I hadn't been to
Hubby
a Wendy's in a
He gets
while.
after me because he's like, every time I look at your location, you're at Whataburger.
Whataburger?
But
I
look,
like Whataburger.
I get the smaller burger because
And
it's
it's
kind
good.
of like how
Yeah.
a Whopper used to be.
Yeah,
with the big
like a
burger
Whopper
or the small
Jr..
Whopper Jr. I get the Whataburger Jr. and with fries and a small drink.
And
It's
I like their fries.
It's like $5 and something, and I'm like,
And you know what I like? They'll put jalapenos on your
they'll
burger.
put and they give
Anything you want on
they
it, just
have
about.
spicy ketchup.
They do. And I love their spicy ketchup.
I can't eat
With
spicy
their fries.
ketchup. But
Ooh, I can. I love their spicy ketchup.
okay.
That's
We got a breaking news. This is like 29 minutes ago. All Jemison schools are dismissing immediately due to a power outage.
Really?
Buses will leave at 9:30 a.m. and car riders can be picked up now.
Really? So they're actually closing school
Just
now?
shutting it down. Yep.
Wow.
I don't know what happened
That's
there.
Jemison?
Yes, sir.
Somebody must have hit a transformer or something.
Yeah, something big happened.
Big.
I want to remind folks, we got the forum tonight at 5:30 at the Jemison, I call it the meeting hall,
civic-
civic center type thing right there next to the city hall. Also, we're going to have...
If they got power.
Yep, if they have power. Also, we're going to have Cottontails tickets. You can register to win. We're going to make a post here in a little while. You'll be able to register to win some Cottontail tickets. If you've never been to Cottontails, it is just a smaller version of Christmas Village.
Yeah, it's for
It's
for
the
Easter
spring.
and spring.
Yes. So we're going to have that. And then also don't forget, Taylor is going to have her lunch special with Taylor starting at noon. And her artist of the hour is going to be Dirks Bentley. Dirks Bentley. And then, there was one more thing I was going to tell. Oh, Maplesville is having their spring fling this Saturday.
Oh, really? What's that
Yes,
entail?
that is
Downtown?
Yeah, all of downtown Maplesville, they just do a spring fling. It's their fundraiser for the old-fashioned Christmas, and that's going to be Saturday, March 7th from 10 until 2. And then don't forget, Central Alabama Wellness is having their career fair, which is tomorrow.
9 to
From
noon.
9 until noon there in Calera. For more information, you can go to centralalabamawellness.org/careers and check that out as well. Why are you laughing, Baden?
Babe's always smiling and laughing. He's
does
happy.
That like he's got something up his sleeve.
Yeah, well, I always worry because I
don't
keep
trust
looking
him.
down to see if
I
there's
do not.
a fake snake or something going to happen.
Yeah,
Bucket of water over our heads, something.
something's about to happen. But he did something pretty cool over the weekend.
What'd he do?
I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna let him show you, and then we can talk about it when you come back on Friday.
Really?
Yeah, it's something he did to one of the offices. Actually, pretty cool.
Is that the yellow chairs?
How did you know?
He sent me a picture.
Never mind then.
That's yellow, but I'm telling you, that's some yellow chairs.
Those yellow chairs.
That's some yeller.
We were all talking last week, and I said I really think we should get like radio eclectic, like pretty cool.
Get a little
That's what you-
funky.
funky. And by gosh, he did.
He did.
He sure did.
I bet you got those chairs for $1 a piece or something, didn't you? I did get a good deal. He did get. Of course, he got a good deal. Baden is the most. If I was still working, I'd get him to do my contract. If I'm going to buy ever anything off of like, Marketplace or something, I'm sending Baden. He can get a deal I can't imagine. Sometimes I think he works them so hard they give it to him just to get rid of him.
Here's the thing: we went to a thrift store.
Yeah, so it's already down to the bottom cheap. Did he work a deal?
He did.
Did he bundle? He likes to bundle.
He does. He will do. Now, the lady he got the record player and the records from, they were battling over $10 there for a little bit. She finally gave in, and she's like,
He'll wear
"I'm
you
just
down."
not-" He's like, she said, "I am just not gonna.
You know what I do?
I'm not gonna battle this hard over
I've
$10.
learned-
Take it."
I give Baden stuff because I'm not going to sell them to him because I can't put up with that kind of dickering. So I just give it to him. Here, take this.
either.
Let me pay you for it. Oh, no.
Here's the thing. think.
If I told you $5, we'd be down to $1.50 before I finally got my money.
We had a vacuum cleaner. Hubby paid $200 something for this thing, and he was like, "Y'all, you gonna get rid?" I said, "Yeah." Hubby says he wants to get another one, and he said, "Well, I'll give you $25 for it." I said, "No, you won't either. You won't give me $25
But
for
here's
that.
the deal.
And I'm
Had
sure
you said,
you won't give hubby
listen,
$25
had you
for it.
said, okay, that's good, somehow before he got it'd be down to 12.
I was gonna say.
So I'll give you 25. You know what though? If you throw in that pillow on the sofa there, I'll give you $12 for it all. Let's bundle. He's a wheeler dealer. I give him
we're
that.
the proud owners of 2 vacuum cleaners now because I wouldn't let that one go for 25.
For $25.
But he did say the other day, he goes, "Can you bring your vacuum cleaner?"
Oh, did he borrow your vacuum cleaner?
He borrowed the new one though. I brought the new one. Yeah.
To what? To clean the studios?
Well, because we have one that's good. It's really good for bare floors, but you would think it would be okay on
carpet,
this.
not good for
on
carpet.
This indoor-outdoor commercial carpet, it doesn't pick up good enough.
Oh.
You have to go over it like 5 times, and that's just a whole lot of extra work that none of us want to put forth the effort
Yeah, I don't
into.
vacuum. I'm not a vacuumer. I'll clean a toilet, but I won't vacuum.
I love to vacuum.
I don't.
It makes me happy.
Mary does. You know what I
Carpet
like
that
to
used
do?
to show the marks, I used to get so giddy.
Really?
I love the
I love
vacuum
to
marks.
iron.
Oh, I don't like doing
I
that.
love to iron.
hate it.
You give me a Rowenta iron instead of like a cheap Sunbeam or something. Buy me a good quality, or have me a good quality Rowenta iron, because they make the Cadillac of irons.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and give me some spray starch.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go to hours. I can iron for hours.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Now, I used to spray starch everything, but I got to the point where now I'll just toss it in the dryer for a couple extra seconds. Sometimes I'll throw ice in there,
Well,
or a wet
yeah.
rag, because it gets the steam going
Right,
and it helps
and
get the.
Well, also, they make Bounce makes a spray. Have you ever used it? It takes wrinkles out of clothes.
I use the Dollar
you-
General one. And you spray it and you go bap a couple of times, and the wrinkles just all
This one
slap out
Bounce
of it.
makes it, and I can't find it easily. But you can take a men's wrinkled shirt, and all wrinkled up. Spray it lightly, and then you lay it down on something flat, and you kind of smooth it out. Holy cow! It looks like you ironed the thing.
Isn't that crazy?
It is. It's great.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm having a hard time finding it.
Marlon Mashford, he said.
Do what?
He said, "I cut grass the same way I vacuum."
Just
All over the
back and
place.
forth all over the no.
I thought my when you have a daughter that is a landscaper,
Auburn, yeah.
Auburn, she does the perfect lines coming there
Oh,
and
does
coming
she?
back down and going this way.
So it looks
I
like a golf
vacuum.
course when
Yes,
it's.
I vacuum and I've cut grass the same way. It is all over the place.
Yeah.
It is just, and I miss patches and
You know what I do? I start out good, and then I degrade. I start out real pretty and and then I just get tired of it, and then I just start driving all over.
I mean, it just gets to be a mess.
And that's when I used to. I do better if I'm riding, but I've always had a push mower. I've never really owned a riding lawnmower. I've had the self-propelled push mowers. Well, now with my legs and all, I can't do it. I can't do
It'll take off with you. when
Yeah,
you fly
it'll pull
behind.
me. It'll be mowed grass with 2 feet marks.
Exactly.
Now, when I married Mary, I inherited. She had an old, ancient Sears riding lawnmower. I think it was one of the first ones Sears ever developed and sold to her ex-husband or something, because it was old,
hilarious.
barely running. And so, but I was excited because I'd always done a push mower. And back then it was a push mower, wasn't even self-propelled. So when I got married to her and moved in with her, after we got married, I loved cutting the grass. And I'd go out, she had a big yard. I'd cut the yard and just had the best time. Well, one day I got out there and I was riding. It's like driving a go-kart.
Oh, yeah.
And I went out there and I just stopped for a minute to wipe sweat off and drink some iced tea. I had a
That was the
cup
end
of
of it,
iced
huh?
tea, all of a sudden I felt like somebody shot me with a pellet gun, and then shot me with a pellet. I thought somebody's shooting me with a pellet gun. I'd stopped over a yellow jacket's nest, and they were swarming me, and I didn't know it, and they were stinging. I jumped off that thing and was running to the house with them I got in, I had 30-something yellow jacket, and I started having I'm not allergic, but I had so much toxin in me, I started getting, my heart rate went up, and of course I was hurting too, so I guess it scared me. So my heart rate got way up, and then I started having wheezing so I just grabbed a handful of Benadryl and took them and jumped in the shower to try to get the stings to go, hot shower.
So no more cutting Mary's grass, huh?
So, well, it turns out, of course, I left the lawnmower was out there idling. I mean, I just jumped off it and ran for my life. And I looked out there, and they were swarming, because it was over the little hole in the ground where they were. So they were mad. So it idled till it ran out of gas, right? I didn't go back out there till it got dark, and I could go out there and get it. Well, then it was empty with gas. I had to push it in. Never could hardly get it to start again. So I hired a guy. Back then you get a Sears to come out and they would service it.
Right.
And the guy came out and stayed with it about an hour and knocked on the door. Because I was out there with him, and then I went in. He came to the door and said, "You need to call the coroner." I said, "What happened?" He said, "It's dead." He said, "There's no way. That thing," he said, "it's so worn out. The valves this and the rings this." And I said, "Can you fix it?" He said, "Yeah, but you might as well buy a new one." So it was done. And I was touching.
For the
we did. And some guy paid me, I think $10 or $20 for parts or for the deck or something. And I never got another riding lawnmower. I just was too tight. That was 30 years ago.
Yeah, I want one, but I mean,
I want a zero turn.
I don't know why I want one.
I want one of those so I can just get out there and spin circles.
That's what Auburn said. She needed somebody to help her with her business now. And I said, well, baby, I'd get out there and help you, but I would just be out there going in one big circle and it wouldn't stop. And she said, I can't even imagine you out there doing that. It'd be a mess. I did do that at the ballpark one time. I was trying to help, and that's exactly what happened. I ended up going in a circle and going zigzag. I couldn't stay in the lines.
Oh, yeah.
And it was just...
I'd have a blast.
It was fun, but I wasn't getting anything accomplished. All right, it is 9:09. We went way over. Yeah, we had a good time, though. We were late getting started, so we could go over a little bit. Y'all have a wonderful Monday. Don't forget about the forum tonight at 5:30. We're going to have some baseball tomorrow night at Isabella.
Isabella.
And then your Classic Country Caravan replay will be after that game. Enjoy the beautiful weather. Have a great Monday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Thanks for watching and listening to Morning Mayhem on Papa Beach Radio. Teresa and Dollar Bill saying bye. At the